Hello. We're back again.
So do we start or not?
Okay,
I can't tell.
welcome to episode 3 or 4 of the Inpending podcast, depending on what we decide to do with the last one. If you don't see the one from last time, depending on whatever number is shown up on the title card, yeah, we culled one from our playlist.
Could you just edit this to be the 3 or 4?
Yeah, no, I mean,
I don't think you really need to say that. It's kinda
whatever.
Okay.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Just keep consistency.
Our secret episode.
Our secret episode. I want to make known that there was a secret episode. You know, so in case like we can put it out later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or make known that we're not proud of that last one.
Yo.
Anyways,
If you send me 3 payments of $20, I'll give you the secret episode.
anyways, today on the podcast we're joined by me, Caleb.
Ben?
Joanna?
Daniel.
And David.
All right, thank you, David. Thanks for that.
What do you mean? I just said my name. Bugger.
Just cut that out.
So whether or not episode 3 came out, Ben was there on that maybe or maybe not hidden episode, and we felt it was probably not the best first impression of him to bring him on, so we kind of brought him back for kind of a redemptive episode.
Better redeem yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will do my best.
But anyways,
Do my best.
Ben has always been kind of like an anime buddy of mine, you know.
Yes.
And the new season just came out a while ago,
I haven't watched
and I've
it
been
yet.
watching shit from it, and it's pretty good. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised because I've kind of been out of the loop of anime for a while now, and I just started picking up seasonal stuff. But funny story, literally before we started recording this, we went to go eat ramen, and in the ramen shop there was just randomly a girl in a maid outfit eating with a guy in a robe, and it was just really weird.
I didn't think it was that weird.
Well,
What I thought was weird was that I couldn't tell if she was actually a girl or she was a guy.
okay, I had the same impression.
What was weird was there was Naruto posters all over the goddamn ramen shop.
What? I thought it was cool. They're like, hey, a lot of anime people who
I
want
was
to
telling
eat ramen.
I was telling Caleb, I was like, hey, do you think if people in Japan ever say what happened to my culture? Or people are just showing up in maid costumes everywhere, what happened?
No, you know what's the biggest slander to Japanese culture? Probably AX. Anime Expo.
Dude, it's literally hosted by people promoting Japanese culture. If you find out who hosts Anime Expo, it's a group that is just there to promote Japanese culture.
Because Anime Expo is actually, I guess, promoted, by... There's a specific word for acronym for it, but it's basically Japanese animation studio, Japanese promotion of Japanese animation.
It's SPJ.
Yeah, SPJ.
Society of Promotion of Japanese Animation.
Yeah.
Why didn't you put the 8 in there too? Just
Yeah.
cut it off.
Can you cut my part off?
What?
Because I
You
totally,
sound like an idiot.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I
Doesn't
but
matter.
looked at it. SPJ. Yeah.
Yeah. So the people hosting the Anime Expo is actually called Society of Promotion of Japanese
Anime.
Animation. You're right.
Do you think that I've never been to Japan. What is the normal Japanese person's view on anime? Do they
It's just TV to them.
So is it our version of Hollywood? Except
No,
with
no,
a
no,
bunch
no,
of
no.
fucking weirdos?
It's
Cartoon Network.
it's kind of like Cartoon Network, I think, but it's not just for kids, I guess. I don't know.
All right,
but
it's Adult Swim.
Sure, but
That's Cartoon Network definition,
Yeah,
basically.
it's kind of like Adult Swim levels.
with a huge
it has
fan
the
base.
appeal of like a Western equivalent would kind of be like Family Guy or something.
Well,
that type of appeal.
Well, anime is kind of broad because there's like kids shows too.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's also like more.
Which is why I think it's
adult.
overall a more interesting medium. But
Watching Western cartoons in Japanese dub. Holy shit.
that's the worst.
That's the highest level of animation enjoyment.
Yeah.
You're hitting all cultures.
You know, like basically what we're talking about is like, you know how people who are diehard anime fans are like, no, you can only watch the subbed version. The Japanese voice is the only way to enjoy anime. Well, you take it to the next level, right? And all those people call like people who listen to the dub like normies or like stupid or like whatever. They like make fun of them. They shun them from their anime culture. But you know, to take it to the next step, people have started watching English shows in Japanese dub.
SpongeBob.
Yeah. Not even just like cartoons, it's just like live action stuff. So you have like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody in Japanese dub.
Wait, they actually have that? I
Yeah,
did not
dude,
know that.
if you look it up on YouTube, it's like the funniest 25 minutes you'll spend in a while.
I wonder if there's like a subculture like in Japan, which is like all things American. You know how like there's like culture and like subculture in America. It's like like weeaboos basically. You know, like
Yeah,
Japanese culture is like the best. I wonder if there's like it's like people are just into cowboys in Japan for some reason. Like this American shit.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about.
Well, I wonder is like your type of genre that you enjoy for anime, like you know how in music people that like rock really likes rock and they hate the people that likes EDM.
Gotta pick a side and defend it.
Yeah,
Oh.
is that
I
such
never-
a thing?
I don't think so. Well, okay.
Are you
I
talking
don't-
about genres
Yeah.
for anime?
Mhm.
I think everyone. I think personally, I think the harem genre has a very like high amount of people attacking that one.
We're getting close to the line. The last. We just keep going.
So that one is often looked down upon,
Yeah.
and
You sure it's looked down upon?
well, not.
Oh, the other one is the emoto genre.
Is that a
The
I don't-
freaking like
Younger
Ori
oh
emo,
my gosh.
Arrow manga sensei.
But this is all like harems too. Are they?
This
Yeah,
is
Little
all
Sister
very
thing?
fucked
Yeah.
up.
Help.
It's awful.
No, it's a new culture. Anyways,
Is
I have
Is there an American thing that's like for American cartoons? Is there one that's like I guess?
yeah.
similar
Have
to
you
this
seen
kind of
Drawn
stuff?
Together?
No, I
or
don't
Super
watch.
Tail?
I don't watch a lot of these, so I'm not like
Well,
familiar.
what the
Inferior
fuck? I could like
Western.
list 10 of them and you guys wouldn't know any.
Well, isn't that the same for people who don't know the anime and whoever's listening?
That's true.
I was gonna say that I've only experienced like anime as a Western viewer,
Mm-hmm.
so I only know how like other American people view it also. And for the most part, like people who are like actually pretty weeby and like follow anime regularly, like wanna all try to be elitists with great taste. So they follow every genre. So they never like pick a genre and defend it, you know? They wanna be like they wanna come off as like I embrace everything.
All things Japan.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what my experience with like interacting with this community is.
Hmm. But I've been trying to go to AX every year. And
Wait, going next year?
I want to get an artist booth. But I can't get one because it's sold out immediately.
We just form our own booth. Just like bring a table.
Yeah,
and just like
Be like one of
Oh
the guys
yeah,
who sell.
like those guys that sells bacon wrapped hot dogs on the
just
side.
pedal our shoddy art. Like just buy one.
please.
Hi, I'm here to sell my art.
We'll throw in a hot dog too.
Yeah, we're just
Take
fighting
over.
for business for the hot dog, like fighting the
Dude.
hot dog business.
I love those hot dog guys because it's like nowhere else in America do you just see people. Actually,
I'm pretty sure they have
Unless
this
want,
in
like
like
yeah.
New
LC
York and
fairs,
stuff.
I'm pretty sure,
LA
like-
county fairs.
but
probably
they get
have
like
that.
they get shooed away pretty fast, right? Because there's a gate and you have to go into the LA County
Well, don't
Fair.
they sell like, well, not hot dogs, but like, you know the elote guys, the guys who sell corn and all that on the corner of the streets.
Mhm.
That's pretty much the hot dog guys, right? Except they don't sell hot dogs.
Yeah.
The hot dog guy. He's expanding his empire. Like,
Yeah.
like the first Anime Expo, like 5 years ago we went to, like it was only like 2 people with 2 shopping carts. Right now, last time we went, like it's like
Every
it's like
corner.
every corner has a shopping cart.
And they've recruited other races.
Yeah.
too.
You know,
that
I'm
was the
pretty
biggest
sure
surprise
This
to
is
me.
a big conglomerate. It's like there's some guy behind just sending out, okay, you're gonna hit this destination at this hour, right? And they control a bunch of shopping carts with this ghetto ass aluminum trays on top of like
Burners.
burners.
Open
Oh,
flame
yeah.
gas burners.
It's so ghetto, but it's so good.
They're smart. Like they cook. They just leave the onions cooking for everyone to smell.
Yeah. Make people just gather around. And
the
then they
the
all
longer they're there, the flavors start like infusing into the tray. So when you cook it, it tastes even better.
I'm so hungry.
I'm hungry.
We just ate, dude.
Yeah.
There's a couple of truths to every convention. It's not just Anime Expo, but every convention. There's a couple of truths. There's always gonna be some guy selling some random food illegally from a cart.
Yes.
And there's always gonna be, like,
People smell like shit.
no,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, those hyper-religious people with the sign
Oh, yeah.
that says, God is gonna damn you or
God burns
something.
gays or something.
Yeah, that thing. Those are the 2 truths of every convention. You will always find them there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Daniel had another good point. The other one where, you know, someone's always gonna smell like shit. Like, smells bad no matter what. And lines.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah, lines.
Dude, you know what I like about AX? That it's getting bigger and bigger.
I hate that about AX, but go on.
I think.
What?
I'll-
He'll elaborate his point.
Yeah, exactly, after
All right,
you.
all right. Let me make my point first. Dude, like in 2012, right when it just started, it was just the convention center.
It started in 1996, Anime Expo.
All right,
But
fuck
they
you.
were I think it's. I don't think it's like even earlier. Maybe like 94 or something. But it's. in
Well,
the
that's when
90s.
I went. So that's when it started.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, that's when they started getting like way more like yeah, like they were just increasing by like tens of thousands each year. Like last year was
Only
like
smaller.
over 100,000 people,
Yeah.
but that year I think 2012 was only about 50,000. If
Really? It doubled?
yeah, it basically doubled. We have before Anime Expo was basically only in the LA Convention Center,
Yeah.
but now it's expanded to like the outlying like hotels now. Like Marriott, they have their entire meeting room. Basically, you can watch an anime movie in there. There's like specific like events going on in those.
And then, like, the different theaters, like the Nokia Theater.
yeah, the theaters have been being.
That's
used.
what I
Microsoft
wanted to
Theater.
talk about. It's like slowly expanding and taking over the city. Right?
Yeah.
As sooner, I want it to be the thing where like Anime Expo hits and like all the huge buildings, the first floor are just filled with weebs. You have like people in suits like working in banks and like high corporation making millions, and then you have like people in Anime Expo shirts and Anime Expo badges just sitting in Starbucks drinking like the same
I
thing.
feel like
It's
that's already
hilarious.
been happening, man.
yeah,
If you
me
go
too.
to like IHOP in the morning, it's just all anime, just a bunch of like different colored hair inside, man. You can tell who's who.
Yeah, it's a sea of rainbow.
Yeah. Oh man, and then you got like Little Tokyo. Oh man.
Oh
this is
my
a pack.
gosh, that's the. Do they do that on purpose?
I
like,
don't know,
set up
man.
Anime Expo next to Little Tokyo? Because
Probably.
that's, like, to me, that's such, like, a bad idea.
I don't know. They get a lot of
Fucking colony
customers.
over there.
Yeah. People are just gonna, like, you know people are gonna go over there after they're done with the convention.
That's kind of funny, because that's a restaurant at that point. You're saying, we don't want any more customers. There's too much customers.
Yeah.
Whereas regularly, a restaurant will want more customers.
And let's be honest, all those customers coming from the convention, they're probably all deviants anyways, and the restaurants don't want them.
God, you can't. Dude, we're
All right,
part
no,
of
no,
the
no, no,
group.
we can't generalize.
Talk
We can't generalize
our
like
own
this.
people.
It's 2017. We have to love everyone.
Yeah. All right. But that's what I wanted to say. Like, I'm happy to see it expand at such an exponential rate.
All right, is it my turn to retort?
All right, fine. Retort it.
Okay. I am really annoyed by the size of Anime Expo right now, because last year I went, it was like one of the like my lesser favorite years. I had less fun that year. Just because there was way too many people there. Like, I really couldn't, like, do any events. Because there was so many people there. It was, like, super suffocating. But at the same time, like what you said, like, if it doesn't get bigger, it doesn't get better. Because people think there's no need for it to get better. So, like, more high-profile celebrities won't come from Japan. They won't make the trip to America because it's not big enough. But now that it's so big, like, everyone's clamoring to come over. But at the same time, you never get to see them either because everyone's there now. There's too many people. So even like you were asking, like, are you even gonna go this year? Like, maybe. I don't know. If I get like big enough to like pull off a nice cosplay, that will motivate me to go. But other than that, like, I don't know. If, like, Lisa or Aoi comes back, maybe.
I agree with that. Oh, do you want to say it?
Well, I agree with David, though. Like, as Anime Expo gets bigger, they get more money because more people go. That means better things. So if there weren't this many people going, it would stay the same because there's no way for them to grow.
Yeah.
So the people going is what makes Anime Expo, I guess, get better. But what's gonna happen is that we need to control the lines because what happens is that like the lines get even bigger and then like you can't like even if so and so goes, you basically spend an entire day or half a day just waiting to get in some like show. I feel like what's gonna happen is that they're gonna add more ticketed events and like just things like that for them to control the amount of people that want to actually go to certain events.
And on one hand, like, I like the ticket events because like all of my favorite events that I've done at AX were always ticketed events, like the Kill a Kill special event, the Annie Song concert, the first one that they did. They were both ticketed events. But you know, with all these like with it getting bigger and with more high-profile people coming, the ticket events also get more expensive, and the ticket for Anime Expo also gets more expensive, which makes you less want to not want to buy the ticketed events as much.
Yeah, it's like
So
$100 last year.
Yeah.
Jumped up from
just-
how much did we buy the first year in 2012? Like 60 or something.
It was like $70 like the week before or something.
Yeah, but like I remember purchasing that one for like 55 or 50, like only a month before. But like I know a month before 2017 Anime Expo, it was like 80 or 90.
Right now the tickets are 80.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. It's not even the year.
I know.
How much are the tickets to Comic Con? Do you know?
I don't know.
400 or something, right?
They're like a couple hundred,
Yeah, the
right?
buy per day.
Comic-Con, they only sell them by days now. I think it's 35, and then 45, 45, and then like another number that I can't remember. But total, it's way more than Anime Expo. Yeah, but Comic-Con, they have to hire a lot of
Security.
like special guests. They have actors, actresses, you know, DC characters, all those people. They have to be there.
DC
So they're very careful.
straight from the comics. They come out once a year.
Superman comes.
Yeah. Then materialize and go to Comic Con. DC and Marvel, by the way. By the way, I like Marvel better. I'm just gonna throw that out there. We'll talk about it some other time.
All right. Well, we talked about conventions a lot. Do you have any interesting con stories?
Last year, we went there at night, and then they were like doing a dance party outside.
Oh, they were
Oh,
like summoning demons or something, man.
Yeah.
Some demonic ritual going on outside, and they all knew exactly what to do at
Yeah.
exactly which time.
They look so well rehearsed.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck is this?
So basically what happened was that at night when most of the stuff was closed, like in the parking lot where the bus stops are, there was like this crowd of people, and a bunch of them had glow sticks because a lot of them probably came back from the Annie-song event that was the day before. So they bought the glow sticks for that. But anyways, there was like a crowd of people, and then I was like, okay, what is going on here? So I went to go check it out, and in the middle were like 3 or 4 like couple like performers, and there were obviously attendees, like not actual like professional performers, and they were doing some like dance to some like J-pop song blasting from like a Bluetooth speaker or something, and it was like I was like, oh, okay, that's nice of this group of friends to like choreograph something and like dance, but it wasn't choreographed because after the song finished, they all dispersed and went to their own actual group of friends, and I was like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I was like, they didn't know each other?
Because they
What
did this
the
multiple
heck?
times, actually.
And then the next song played, and then it was like,
Random
ah!
people
And then, yeah,
gathered.
random people, like, from the crowd, from the circle, went to the front, went to the center, and started doing the dance to that song after they heard the song. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I was so freaked
Oh, they were
out.
probably just dancing to a theme song.
Yeah, but still, like,
That's how people back then was like disco and stuff.
No, but I feel like it was a little different though. It was like even the crowd was in sync. Like
Yeah,
perfect.
everyone was in sync.
Everybody felt like it felt like they all rehearsed this, but they were all from different groups,
This
and
is
they
so
were
beautiful.
perfectly like in the circle
I wouldn't call
doing
it
all these
beautiful.
hand motions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking strange.
It was strange.
Oh, I had another story. It involves the bacon wrap hot dogs I love all the time.
Okay.
So like when I first went to Anime Expo, that was like when everything was relatively cheap. Like con tickets when you buy last minute was like $50, right? Now it's like starts off at 50 and then goes up from there. But dude, back then everything was cheaper, so the bacon wrap hot dogs. Okay, you heard it from me, guys. The bacon wrap hot dogs was sold for $2 when it started off. Last time I checked, they were charging them for $5. But dude, anything you pay over $3, you're just being ripped off. And so, like, that's
They
my
have families
philosophy.
to feed.
Man,
My little
dude,
trade
kidding.
secrets here.
they probably somebody else is like setting them up to do this anyways. So anyways, my story is that like when they increased the price, I was kind of mad because it's like, dude, this hot dog is not worth $5. I could taste the pouring quality in this hot dog as it goes down my throat and hits my stomach. It's the same feeling as eating McDonald's or something.
McDonald's is great, but go on.
But you feel guilty afterwards.
No, never. Okay, just keep going.
All right, so I was bargaining with this one vendor. He was trying to sell it to me for $5. I've done it once already, where they sell it for $5, and if it's at the end of the night and they're about to close shift, you could say it's like, oh, I only have $2 or like $3 if they're nice, and then you just give them that much and then you get a hot dog, which is fair. They're still earning like $2 for each hot dog sale, right? Anyways, this guy would not take it. He got so mad at me for even trying to bargain with him. He legit says like, no way. This is like, nobody here will ever sell you this. So he walked away, but as he walked away, he was like, hey guys. There was other people around. He's like, hey guys, don't sell to this guy.
Fucking
He's
blacklisted.
trying to rip you off. So I was like, what the heck? Dude, you don't have to be such a dick about it. So it made it my mission. It's like, now I have to get a hot dog at a low price. I don't know, out of spite. Just show this guy, it's like, how dare you? So I found another nicer looking lady. She looks like a mom, right?
Oh, okay.
Right. She looked really nice. So I was like, I did it again. I asked nicely. I was like, okay, $5 is a little bit expensive. Can I give you $3 for this? And then she was a little bit hesitant, but then like it was about to close shop. So it's like, yeah, sure. So she gave me one, right? For like $3. And then I lied a little and I said I got it for $2. And I went up to the guy and it says like, man, I got this for $2. Why would you not sell it to me? And I took a bite in front of his face and I just left.
What did he do?
He
What
just
could-
he
What
left.
is it?
Hey, left.
Also, that's not the story you told me back in the day when that happened.
What?
What you told me was that you went across the street,
Yeah.
found the lady, so she was kind of like she didn't hear the like
Yeah.
the blacklisting of you, and so you got it for however much, came back, didn't say anything. That was like
Stared
the
at
ultimate like way you threw shade is you didn't say anything, you just stared him down, took a bite, and left.
Yeah, that's what I remember too, actually.
It's been a couple.
And it
years.
was during the.
Okay.
I think this was during the day too. So
I thought it was
that's
during
what
the
No,
night, 'cause
that's
they're closing.
definitely-
No, it was definitely during the night.
Really?
It was definitely during the night.
I remember that.
Okay.
But yeah, I had Rick with me, and he looked at me. He was like, "What the heck?" Because he legit's like, "Dude, why'd you do that?" He thought I was gonna get shot or something. And so those guys, they look kind of scary. But yeah,
Mexican.
Some Mexican guy selling a hot dog on the side of the street.
I don't know. It's shady. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. What if they poisoned the food and you bought it from him?
No, I made sure I went to the nicer looking lady, and apparently she didn't hear my blacklisting, my public blacklisting. God, I hate that guy. I still remember his face. Has a stupid green cap. It's like
Oh my god. Okay, no.
Fucking seared into your memory.
Let's not call anyone out on this.
no. If
This
you
is-
ever can afford a computer and afford internet and somehow hear this podcast, fuck
Oh
you.
my god.
Oh my god.
This is so old.
I hate that guy.
This was supposed to be a redemptive podcast for last time, okay? Just calm down a little bit. Alright. Okay, so I wanted to talk about video games, because
We're not talking about con stories anymore.
we're done with con stories. I
Wait,
just want to
oh,
keep
but
doing
that
con
doesn't
stories.
way
get
more
to
constant.
speak
Fine,
yet.
fine. Let's keep doing con stories.
Daniel had one, right?
Yeah, I blew my asshole out.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait.
I remember.
Wait. Yeah, okay, just go.
I don't know if I can tell as well as you tell it, Caleb.
Alright.
Because Caleb's pretty good at telling it.
Yeah, I think it was really good.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna do another con story where Daniel blew his ass out.
Oh my god.
Alright, so this was a while ago.
This is like 4
First
years
time,
ago.
First time we went, it was like 2012.
First time or second time? I think second time.
It was like second time maybe.
Yeah, second time.
But anyways, we wanted to start this tradition of like going to IHOP before like one of the days we go to the convention center, right? Because we usually when we go to AX we stay overnight at like a nearby hotel. So we wanted to make it a tradition that like on the second morning the whole group goes to IHOP and gets a breakfast together and then go to the convention. So we did that. We went to IHOP, all right? And we got whatever we got, right? But the important thing was, I got a chocolate milk, Daniel got a chocolate milk, and I think someone else got a chocolate milk.
Okay, no. First, like,
No.
I'm lactose intolerant, and second, like, this was like I don't know what day of Anime Expo, so
was
like
like day
we're
2,
it was like day 2 or day 3, like cash is on the low side because everyone's like buying random shit.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, like
You
Like-
didn't want to spend money on
I didn't want to spend
food.
money on like moral things like food. So I was like,
Yeah, for real.
oh shit, like free refill chocolate milk for like 99
No, it's
cents.
free, dude. It was free refill.
Yeah,
You buy
yeah,
it.
yeah.
No, no.
Absolutely.
They had a deal.
So the chocolate milk was like pretty cheap, and there was free refills. So Daniel was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get chocolate milk because that's the most bang for your buck, right?"
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, we're eating our breakfast, and Daniel runs out of chocolate milk. Okay, and he's like, "Can I get another one?" Right? They come, they fill up his chocolate milk. He gets another one. Right? All right. So this goes on for a while though. Like I get a new chocolate milk. And instead of bringing me a chocolate milk, they bring like 2 chocolate milks. And then we're just like, okay. So Daniel takes another one, right? At a certain point, there were so many chocolate milks on the table. Like Daniel was like sucking multiple cups with like multiple straws at the same time.
I remember, I'll add on to that. You know, when I got the hot cocoa, right? And that was already also refillable. So I got another
Was it hot cocoa or was it orange juice?
hot
No,
chocolate
it
or
was like
something.
hot chocolate.
Oh, okay.
And then for some reason she
They-
brought a glass
Yeah,
of chocolate.
Yeah, no, I was gonna
And-
mention that. It
And
was like,
put it in front of Dad. We were like, what the fuck? He got me my hot chocolate and then brought another cup of chocolate milk and put it in front of Daniel.
so anyways,
Just at the end of the day, like
he had a lot of chocolate.
I had
milk.
at least 5 glasses.
4 to 5.
4
Yeah.
to 5.
I remember.
I don't need to tell you like when I was walking around the like exhibition hall, you know, like my my better part of the day was just like so it's like a building, there's 4 walls, like there's bathrooms every side. I spent most of the day just walking around multiple like making circles like to get into every restroom because like after I would finish one, I was like, oh, like it's done. Like I'm fucking dehydrated. That's it. Like as soon as I get out and walk like 10 feet, it's like fuck. Like
There's the next bathroom.
this
I
next
need to
time,
go.
I have to go right now.
I was with you. Like we were browsing the artist alley.
Like every time it's like I gotta go take a shit, man. Like, I'm out.
You would go to a bathroom. I make a whole round trip across the art like at one row, and then I come back to the same place, and then you got out and you joined us, and we walked along the wall to the next bathroom. And you would go there, and then we would go another row.
Usually, like when you go into like public places with so much like people shitting, it's like oh my god, like I don't want to shit here, but like you know like every stall is full and like everyone's shitting. I was like, and there's one stall in the middle of everyone. It's like usually it's like oh man, like that's fucking nasty. But I was like, dude, like I'm so sorry for everyone here because I'm about to fucking like annihilate like this toilet, and there's nothing you guys can do.
No, I don't remember if like I don't know if this is exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure you were telling me how like usually like in public restrooms you like take the time to like clean the like seat, right? You're like, no, this just takes too long. I'm just gonna go, right?
It was basically that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know what was going on with my stomach back like then, but it was like it was too much.
It was really bad. So that's not where it ended.
That was
either.
only
Fuck
the
it, that's where it
beginning.
ends. We're not going on.
You don't want to talk about the
You want
aftermath?
No, we're not.
Okay.
That's just it.
To Daniel's request, we're not going to talk about the aftermath.
All that you know is like I blew out my asshole then.
Yeah, it was not good.
Just to foreshadow a little, I was like sobbing and weeping after. But that's it.
He was delirious.
You
from
were
the
so
pain.
dehydrated.
He was pretty gone afterwards.
All right, we can go on to anything else.
Oh my god.
Any more con stories or?
I don't have one right off the top of my head right
You
now.
can mention about how much things went out for during the charity auction.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. So I volunteered for Anime Expo, and I was part of charity auction, and with just this last year in 2017, it's kind of ridiculous how much certain items went out were sold for, auctioned for actually. So like there was this one poster of Neptunia, I think. It was like drawn by the artist that actually drew Neptunia or the game. I'm not really sure. And it was just like a hand drawn sketch. Like the guy literally drew the character like that more like 10 minutes before it was auctioned off, basically.
Like most gifts.
Yeah, a lot of gifts. They just come last minute. Like, oh yeah, we forgot about the charity auction. I just here, pull this out of my ass. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you know.
It's signed.
Yeah,
That's all
it's
that
signed.
matters.
I drew it. I sketched in probably like 5 minutes. Signed. All right, go auction it.
It's
Okay.
one of a kind.
Yeah, basically. So there was this one that was just purple, just pure purple, like drawing sketch for like I don't even know. Was it a pen or like colored pencil? I don't remember. It was just like purple. And it was like a sketch of this one character. It wasn't even shaded in. It was just like the character, just the outline basically. And during the auction, we were like, oh shit, okay. Like we weren't actually making a lot we weren't actually getting a lot of money from charities. They weren't going really high until this item came up. Like we actually thought there was some Final Fantasy stuff. We thought that stuff was gonna go for really high, but it was kind of high. But like this one was like almost 3 times that price. Like it was ridiculous. So Final Fantasy went for around like 700. But I don't know how this one just jumped to 2,000. Like immediate too. Like some guy was just like he loves it or something.
Like
Like
his waifu.
I don't. Yeah, like he is just like I don't know, but like he like I think it was going like auctioning off for like hundreds, and then suddenly it was like this guy just jumps up to 2K, just like 2,000 immediately, and then crowd, what's that? And then that's it.
That's it?
That's
So it
it.
wasn't even like a bidding war
It
that
was
brought
like-
it up to it.
So it was like 50, 100, 200, 250, 300, all the way to around 700, 800. This guy just suddenly jumped 2K. It was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I don't think he
It
want
was
anyone
Pretty
countering him.
ridiculous, yeah. Like he did not
Wow.
want that build up. He just jumped like he just wanted it. He just spent that just right on it. Yeah. So that I guess that's our crazy story for Anime Expo. People there, they love their character. They will spend whatever they want, however much they want on this one item.
All right. Whatever you can disclose, what's the craziest things you've had to auction?
Oh yeah,
We
dude.
had a program guy.
Oh my gosh, it was so
Signed,
dumb.
it's signed by our
The auctioneer.
Yeah, signed by the auctioneer.
And it was,
that
like,
went up
torn
for
up.
like yeah.
I was there for that auction.
There was
that
another
went up
one.
For, like,
There was another one.
$35.
No, there was another one the next year because that was 2016, and yeah, there was a torn up sort of auction like signed by the auctioneer, like the program guy.
Yeah.
Sold for I don't know how much, $20 maybe.
That's like $20 way too much.
25, yeah.
You
Like,
find
it
that
was
shit in the trash can probably.
Yeah, no.
But
like-
it's signed by the auctioneer. That's it.
Dude, the auctioneer is just some random like dude that they like from the volunteer
Volunteers.
pool.
Wow, you're gonna see this. Oh my gosh! Like, but basically, he's not that random.
Is he not?
He's not that random.
He
He's
does
been
it
there for a
every
while.
year.
Yeah.
Oh really? Was it the same guy then?
Yeah, no, I mean, there was an even older guy, maybe years ago, but
But he's
only
still a
last
fucking
year.
auctioneer.
Yeah, it's the
He's
point
not
is
a-
that it was signed by an auctioneer and some guy or some dude they bid for it, which is kind of, I guess
It's
it's
like
like
a meme.
sentimental
Yeah.
value, but actually I don't think that's the most ridiculous. There's another one. There was a bottle of opened water, and then we assume I think it was signed by one of the people that was a special guest. It was drank, it was open, and
He took
like
sip?
he took sips from it,
god, that's
and he signed it, and then someone bought it for like $20.
I'd buy that for
Or
$20.
auction- They bought that auction item. Like, I don't know, it's pretty like weird.
Look,
random.
you have their DNA.
Yeah, like you can clone that guy now.
Yeah.
And have him like literally in your house.
Oh.
There's another one actually. There was a oh I remember. There's one more. So there were some guests. I don't remember exactly where they were from, but basically they didn't really have an item set up. So what happens for charity auction is that if you're a guest, special guest, basically to Anime Expo, you would have to give an item or 5 items actually for charity auction. So we can like charity auction. By the way, charity auction like earnings that we don't earn anything. Charity auction actually goes like the money made is actually going toward charities to, I don't know, donate. It's actually
Different
donated.
types of charities every year.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's actually donated. Anyway, so some guy, I forgot like who this was, but basically one of the special guests, they didn't have anything. All he had was literally like his own like advertisement postcard for one show, some show, and he like signed it. It was like some like 3x5 like note card size like
Yeah.
like
He
it
just
was an
signed 5 of
ad. It
those.
was like some advertisement. I don't even remember what it was, but it was like really dumb. And someone bought it for like I think it went for like
$15.
no, it was more. It went for like 40 or something, man.
$40.
Somebody bid for 40. Like
Yeah.
it was pretty ridiculous.
And
I
the-
didn't think someone
The
actually
person
bid.
who delivered it to us just said he couldn't.
He
That
didn't
person didn't
know.
find anything to, like, to sign, right?
Yeah.
And he just pulled out 5 advertisements.
Yeah.
He signed all 5 of them, and it was like here.
Yeah.
And it was like
Pulled it
10
out his
minutes
ass and just-
before
yeah.
the actual event.
He should have just sold his shirt or something.
I don't know, man. Yeah, just should
His
have.
shirt off
Then
his
he doesn't
back.
have a shirt.
Cut off some
Speaking of which,
hair.
the auctioneer auctioned off his tie before, so I guess there's that too. Wow.
But was it the same guy that
Same
I saw?
guy.
Okay. Sorry if you're listening to this. I don't think you are, but I didn't like him. I thought he was really bad at it.
What?
He got better. He got better.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think
Because
so,
like
by a
the
lot.
year I
I
went,
think that was
because
his first year.
was it okay?
Maybe.
Maybe
I was like-
it honestly really didn't look like he knew what he was doing because he was like, you know how like when you're an auctioneer, you want to like hype up the people so that they bid more, right?
Mhm.
But he was like, okay, so we're at $20. All right, anyone else want to bid for this? Anybody?
Yeah.
Going once, twice, and then it was like he started the countdown like so early, but like when I picture an auctioneer, I'm like $20 and 20, 20, 20, 25, 25, okay, 25, and like
Yeah, you're
they,
better than
they
him
talk like
already.
really fast and like.
I kind of just want to throw that out. I've also volunteered as well, and a lot of volunteers, they have no idea what they're doing.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm just letting you know that.
Nobody
just right
knows
now.
what they're doing. Like you
They
can ask.
aren't given instructions when they take that role,
Oh my
whatever role they
gosh.
are given.
You can ask any like most of the people like, hey, where is this event? Like pretty much like I have no idea. I'm just here and I just do whatever I do and like I don't even know what I'm supposed to do, so I'm just there. Yeah, that's pretty much every
Did they just
volunteer.
put you guys in a room to watch over like
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
they were like
that was-
security
equipment that
man.
won't move?
Yeah, it was.
It's like, hey, watch these. Like,
Yeah, what? We were watching a bunch of basically a bunch of random ass tables and just stuff like trash people brought in. Like, hey, look, we have some extra boxes, you know? Like, it's pretty much half empty and like opened and like no one's probably gonna take it because it looks like garbage. Here, watch over this. Leave in this room. Oh yeah, also you guys don't get this key to this room, so you guys literally have to be in this goddamn room. Like we sat in
The
there.
whole entire
Yeah,
day.
like we got locked out of a room and we have to go to somebody else to get a key to open our room door to watch over whatever the heck we were watching over. So
I remember one task that you were assigned was sanding the popsicle
Oh
sticks
my
for the
gosh.
paddles for the charity auction.
we did that. We most definitely did that, and it was
They sound like
great.
maybe 1,000.
We sanded like 800 popsicle sticks.
oh,
But
God,
more,
fucking
not
cancer.
even half of
It
them
was-
were used.
Yeah, we only probably used like 100 maybe. Like there weren't that many that were actually used. It was like a slave labor. It felt like a sweatshop.
Just say it.
I
What?
don't know if we're allowed to.
What poster?
I'll
The
cut it out.
hot dog poster.
Oh my.
So there was an artist who's really popular. I don't know. I don't remember
think he
his
was really
name.
He was some DJ thing,
Oh,
right?
was he DJ?
Like
Okay,
it was
I don't
part
remember.
of the music thing going on in like the.
Oh, yeah, it was a
Microsoft-
DJ hot
yeah,
dog.
like DJ hot dog or something. I forgot.
Wait, what did he drew it out of?
He drew a hot dog basically, a giant
drew-
hot dog poster.
And it was really colorful. It was like neon colors and everything. And
Mhm.
I think a lot of the people thought that was gonna be really high because he's like a popular DJ.
Yeah, they thought they was gonna go for a
that
while.
was probably like $15 or less.
Yeah,
we
he
were
literally-
expecting like hundreds of
It
dollars.
was like a
for
giant.
that.
It was actually like pretty big. Like I want to say it's at least a meter tall and like
Wait,
half a
I
meter
should go to
wide.
these auctions. These are steal. Like you could, if you go to the artist alley, $15 is not gonna get you
It was
like
like-
the
No,
high
yeah,
end
but-
quality.
It was-
To
It
be
wasn't
honest,
bad.
those were always the exceptions. Like, because when I went to the charity auction that one time,
Yeah.
like,
They
things,
were
things
going
go high.
freaking high. You don't like this is the random ones. Usually like if it's an art drawn by so and so, like you went to the auction for
Susio.
Kill la Kill and what's his name again?
Susio,
Susio, yeah.
he was there. He did a sketch of, like, Ryuko and went for, like,
500.
500. A sketch of Gamigori went
There
for, like,
was a guy.
1,000.
And then the thing about this is that they were all bought by the same dude who just bid like 400, 500
Oh,
like
is it
immediately.
that same guy who
Yeah.
did like almost everything?
No, that was
Oh.
last year. This was the year before 2017.
And then there was, like,
2016.
Teddy Lloyd, Space Patrol Luluco CDs that went for 700 each, and there was, like, 3 of them. So there weren't even, like, limited 1, but, like, you know, they were limited 3, which is still pretty good, but still. Well, the only thing I bid on, I would always, like, bid the very first one, like, $20, and then I'd drop out immediately, because I knew
Yeah.
it wouldn't end there. And if I did get it there, that would just be, like, a steal for me. But there were, like, these Hibiki Euphonium shirts signed by, like, the director or
They
producer or
were
something.
like massive too. They were like extra large.
But, like,
Yeah.
people weren't gonna wear them because they're, like, signed with, like, non-waterproof marker. So it's, like, you can't really wash them without, like, ruining it. But still, it's,
Wear
like,
it forever.
yeah, those only went up for, like, 45
This.
in the end, which
Yeah.
I thought was a shame because, like, Hibiki Euphonium was a great show. And
I think the main thing about it was that they were like
the shirt was plain.
raw. It was plain and like some of them were like extra like double XL, and like you have like
It's
this
basically,
tiny
like-
dude buy it, like
Yeah.
you know he's not gonna fit it, but he just wants that signature.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
people.
should go online afterwards to see if whoever's reselling these.
I do think that like shirts would usually sell for around $30 anyways, like
Yeah.
shirts.
Like
so,
right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like getting a special one with like a
For like
signature
40, 45.
for an extra $15 seems like not that bad.
It's not that bad, yeah.
But that shirt was actually kind of ugly. So
Yeah,
it was just black with the name on
Yeah,
the chest. That was it.
basically.
So I wanted
Yeah.
So I want to throw something out there for guests who want to attend a charity auction next year for Anime Expo. If you see duplicates of everything, just bet the last one, because the first one always go for a super high price, and then it goes for super low price
Yeah,
afterward.
it was
It's a huge difference.
It
It's
was
probably like a couple $100s.
pretty sad actually.
Dang.
Last year, there was a Your Line April card. The first one was sold for. It was a signed. Was it plaque? What is that called again? Shikishi board.
Yeah, Shikishi.
Signed
owns it.
Shikishi board by the maker of Your Line April, and it went for like. There was 5 of them, but I don't know. Some of the people in the crowd probably didn't know. I know, like, you get to walk through all the items in the very beginning, but like if you come later, you don't get to go look through all the items. So what happened was that the first one was sold for 120, and the second one was sold for like 60, and then it just gradually went down to 20. So like literally, the guy in the very front, like he was basically like, I don't know, gypped, man. I mean, like totally like spent more than like half. Like he spent more than everyone else combined for one, and everyone else bought it for like less than his entire total. Like I don't know, it's pretty ridiculous.
Now they're all. The last one is gonna be the most expensive.
Oh no, we just gave out the
Yeah, we gave out the secret.
the secret.
Now everyone do the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is sold for $20 or whatever. It's like, oh dang, that means the last one's gonna be cheaper.
It's gonna be
And
like
it gets to the last
$5.
one, no one has it by now. Only like the front guy has like
Yeah.
4 copies for $20 each.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm happy. And so the last one's like an ultimate bidding war.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Can we talk about video games?
Sure.
Okay.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Because a lot of like high profile video games have just come out. You know, Super Mario Odyssey just came out, Wolfenstein just came out, Assassin's Creed Origins just came out, you know, and Hollow Knight, not a super high profile big video game, but they just dropped a new DLC. But yeah.
Ooh.
I like the
Anyways.
hand signals that no one else can see. It really changes up the the perspective.
I thought I'd give my initial thoughts of Super Mario Odyssey. But-
now you could give your honest opinion about
Yeah.
it.
Because
So take your time, beat the whole game twice, get a completion, and then write it.
yeah, well, I mean, for now, what I've played so far of the game, it's pretty good. I don't think it's like as good as people might like expect or like want, because it was like really hyped, because it was like the big Switch game of all time, other than like Legend of Zelda. And like I know like the early reviews, like the ones that got like reviewers that got early copies, they're all giving it like perfect scores and stuff like that. I think there are like definitely issues with it. One big thing is that I was playing it like for a long time today, and I actually got like dizzy from the 3D, especially in the New York level where there's a lot of skyscrapers. It gave me kind of like vertigo. I don't know. It might just be
What is
me.
vertigo?
That sickness of like when you look down from somewhere high and you're like spinning.
Like afraid of heights or something?
No, not fear of heights. It's like this actual like disease. Anyways, it's like where your water balance equilibrium gets thrown off from being in high places. I don't know the science
Hey,
behind
can
it.
I throw in a random fact?
No.
So, what do you guys think is the hardest thing about being in zero gravity when you first go into zero gravity?
I thought you were throwing out a fact. This is a question.
Yeah.
All right, I want to ask you guys, and then I'm gonna throw out a fact.
I don't know.
I can't really think of
I've
anything
never been in
that's...
zero gravity.
the I'm gonna make something up. Like the blood not being flowing through your veins properly because it's being pulled, not being pushed by gravity.
That's close. That's actually kind of close.
Okay.
Pressure?
What is it?
I don't know.
It's actually preventing yourself from throwing up.
That was what I was thinking actually, because I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
you would be
that's what I was thinking too.
sick the whole time because like I don't know.
Because if
everything's,
you
like-
never had trading and you suddenly like thrown into space and just zero gravity, your body doesn't know where the center of gravity is because like there's no gravity. So you actually like vomit would just come out of your mouth.
Oh.
Oh my, okay, that is cool.
Okay.
It's because you said
The vertigo
when
thing.
you were talking about vertigo.
Yeah.
It's like extreme vertigo to where like you don't feel sick, like vomit just like. Bleh.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
But
Thank you.
going back to Mario Odyssey, I think it's a good game. It has a lot of potential. I think the story elements in the beginning, I thought the story elements were kind of intrusive because your hat keeps talking to you when I just want to play the game. But after a while, it was kind of thematic, and I kind of started enjoying it because like each region you go to, you're like chasing Bowser, who's collecting different wedding pieces. So it's like you go to the forest planet because there's like special flowers growing there to make a special bouquet, and you go to the water planet where the mermaids like have sewn this magical dress for a wedding dress and stuff like that. So it was kind of interesting, but whatever. It's story of Mario. It really doesn't matter. The controls great. You have all the like sunshine controls, but like refined to be a lot easier to use and more intuitive. For example, like the spin jump, like you kind of had it in Super Mario Sunshine, you had to guess when you were spinning enough to like activate that, but in this one, if you spin enough, he literally starts doing like a ballet spin. And wall jumping like centers yourself for you. Like you don't jump at an angle unless you really control it. So it makes wall jumping like safer and stuff like that. Overall, I feel like the controls are quite nice. And at first I thought the difficulty spike was kind of weird because like the really right in the beginning it was like super easy and it just dropped into like crazy, like this one like really hard level that was super annoying and frustrating to beat. But after a while it was all like kind of, it all kind of balanced out because you kind of chose your own difficulty based on what.
Do you ever notice the music in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
games? In Super Mario?
No, yeah, it was pretty good. I'm starting to like try harder to notice this type of stuff, just because I want to.
Do you like gameplay more than, I guess, audio and visuals, or like?
Probably. I mean, that's what I look for first. Like,
That's true. Yeah.
if there's an art style, like on like a Steam page, what's recommended to me, if there's an art style that catches my eye, I look into it, and then it displays like what type of genres and stuff like that. And if it seems like it has a new like interesting mechanic that I want to explore, then I check the price, and then the reviews and whatever, and see if it's worth my time and stuff like that.
That's how I judge all the anime and manga I read.
You don't watch anime.
I don't. I only read manga. But there is definitely an art style. It's like, if you don't have that art style, I just can't read it. You might have the best story ever.
Don't
But
you
you're
like
trash.
read everything? Though?
What?
Don't you read everything though?
I don't read everything.
Just
Like
read a lot of things.
romance, it's like a lot of it I don't really touch, because you're getting a romance story from somebody who's like probably never dated. It's gonna be, it's all pretty generic.
Hey.
It's always like this. Okay, I'm gonna rant a little.
Okay.
A lot of these animes, right? They have like, oh, all these girls suddenly flock, just like magnet to this one random guy who has like some common sense and like common decency and respect for human. And suddenly he's like the only one in this whole school. It's like, oh, it's you. You're so nice to me. And then,
so wet.
yeah, it's so wet. Oh my god! And then suddenly, she releases her hormones, and like all the other girls, like, oh my god, there's mating possibility, and it's like flock to this one ordinary guy, right?
Isn't this harem genre right here?
Yeah. Okay. Ben's shaking his head.
I'm nodding my head.
Yeah. They can't see that, but I'm getting some agreements here. Yeah.
So Daniel, what do you think?
I just wanted to go
what
off on
harem
that.
genre
Yes.
or reading?
Wait, sorry. Where did this come from?
From you.
The game.
We're talking about video games.
Right.
Video
I was saying how I like. You were asking me if I judged like music in video games, and I told you my process of looking through a Steam like a
Okay.
Steam suggestion page.
So like in certain video games, like
Mhm.
like you're not gonna base like you want to play this game based on the music, unless it's like Guitar Hero or something, right? Like you're just gonna buy it because you like how it looks and like you like how
Yeah.
it plays.
Yeah.
I think
Music is what pushes it over the edge. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
have you ever played games where just like, all right, the game was good, but like, hey, do you remember the music in games? Like, there was music. It's kind of like it doesn't stand out to you, but if it's good, it will stand out to you. Like, oh, it was fucking great. Like,
Yeah.
you know, actually, I have a story about like music, in a video game where one of my favorite games of all time is Undertale, and when I looked at the like ad for it and stuff like that, I really didn't care for it, but I was like randomly listening to like a YouTube playlist of music, and like this, and then Megalovania came on, which is an Undertale song, and I'm like, dang, this is a real banger. Like, I wonder what this song is, and it's like it's from Undertale. Oh, it's like, dang it, now I gotta buy it. So yeah,
Mhm.
that was like the one time music actually influenced a purchase on a video game.
You know what I found that kept me to a video game though?
Mhm.
It's the storyline. They have a good storyline. I usually it's
back to music, dude. The one game that has really good music with action is like Payday.
Oh.
And they do like I don't know, they got it right. Like, every time the beat drops, the cop kicks in the door, like they all rush in, and that is what like I don't know, it just conditions you to like, oh shoot! Like, as soon as the beat drops, like you know, like action's about to happen, and that's what gets me go.
Well, yeah, it's a very Daniel game. Payday.
oh boy, here I go killing again.
Yeah, I know. Like, you know, everyone has like a different play style. Like
Yeah.
how people play like video games and stuff. Like Payday, I feel like that really shows because it diversifies like, oh, we can do, and then you have like the go loud people
Mhm.
that shoot everything, and then you have like
The
oh
stealth.
sneak mission guys, and then like yeah, and then Daniel, I don't know, I feel like Daniel is the shoot everything type. Usually, if he could shoot everything, he would shoot everything.
I do like sneaking sometimes, but
Shoot
like,
everything.
I think it's the sheer ridiculousness of the game. Like, you're literally 4 robbers trying to rob like a small local bank, and sometimes one of the missions is like you literally rob like a street, like you're robbing like a boba shop or something, and they just like throw waves and waves of like SWAT people and like
They send the army.
National Guard or something with like armed to the teeth, trying to kill you. And just like hundreds and hundreds of police lives just lost. It's like, we have to get him, guys. He robbed this like 4 Corners store. Go, go, go.
We support small businesses. We can't let this happen.
These guys are the scum of the earth. Send everybody.
back to your story thing. What is the best story video game that you've like?
Oh, it's definitely Halo. Up till Halo 3?
Well, after like
I-
when Halo 3 ends,
I think
right?
Yeah, when
What
3.
Halo was the best?
Well, Halo was... Oh, that's so hard.
Like story wise.
I think it's...
One.
One.
No,
Original.
Halo... Which one's...
It had to be Reach. For me, Reach campaign was the best.
Oh, when you were
Oh,
just
that
a
was a
regular
good one.
soldier?
No, that's ODST. Reach was when you were like there was many Spartans.
Yeah.
Oh.
You were 6, right?
You were Noble 6, yeah.
Noble 6. That was a
Dude,
good
that was
one.
a sad...
No, that was good because alright, Halo 1, 2, and 3, like you were the Master Chief, like you were basically a fucking
Unstoppable
like, the god of
death.
death. Like you could not die. Like you would kill everything. But in Halo Reach, like how they painted the campaign was like every time you had a victory, every time anything happened, it was kind of meaningless in the end because like Covenant just retakes it all and like basically you're fighting a losing war, and they painted that really well. And everyone dies slowly in the end, your team until you're the last one. It's not
Well,
spoiled,
you
it's
even
like-
know the
It's
moment
If,
you
yeah,
play
if it's
Reach.
spoiled for you at this point, you're just lost
Yeah,
cause.
basically like
But you already know at the very end, Reach sets up Halo
yeah,
1.
Reach is supposed to fall. So,
Yeah.
Like the fact that you fighting a lose war kind of makes it feel like, oh, the Covenant isn't just like these like aliens that die because like I am a god of death. I'm just gonna like sweep through the field. Like they're actually like they feel unstoppable.
Yeah.
And with like the music was really
Yeah,
good.
I think the music was best.
And it
actually.
sets up the
Oh.
atmosphere so well, and that's why I think it's the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh look, music came back. I think Halo Reach has the best music in, I guess.
Halo got
It
me
really
so
sets-
hard.
Like it sets it up, like Daniel said, for like Payday. It really sets up like when it picks up, you're like, oh shoot, I'm about to get swarmed.
Uh-huh.
by
Halo
Vegeta.
Reach, the last mission, Tower of Autumn, the one line like right at the beginning of the mission, because like I think like at that point your entire team is dead except you and the assault guy, right? The guy with the skull carved into his mask,
Yeah.
which he was my favorite character. He was a badass. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a skull in his head. Come on.
Anyways, like basically it was like, he said, the Tower of Autumn, I'll race you to it, and it's like, that line is just like it like kind of he's trying to like make light of this really grim situation where it's like we've lost everything. This
Yeah.
is our final like stretch. Might as well like go out like I don't know, go out with a bang or something. And it's just like that one line like held the weight of all the fallen teammates for so far.
Wait, why is it the Tower of Autumn?
Pillar of
The
Autumn.
Pillar of
it's
Autumn.
Pillar of Autumn.
Pillar,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
remember
yeah.
the name. Sorry, I just messed it up.
Mhm.
Pillar of Autumn, yeah.
I was like, what?
Oh, backtracking a little about storyline. I don't play it personally, but I do like the what single player.
Oh,
the game Witcher
The
3.
Witcher.
I actually enjoy that a lot watching the
Witcher.
gameplay.
Didn't you play it?
I have Witcher, yeah, I do
Yeah.
play it. It's great.
I remember you
Such
tried
a
to
good
best
storyline.
music.
I
Best,
think it does.
like everything.
You tried to give me a
Yeah.
code once, and it just didn't work.
I'm sorry, Daniel. it didn't work. I had like
so
3.
disappointed.
I did enjoy that they have like mini other quests along the side to complete
Side
like
quests,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa,
One big
quests
quest.
on the side?
Because like,
Side quests?
yeah, I mean, yeah, like I think the side quests, because some of the side quests really actually affect some of the like other stories too in a way. So I think that's really cool. They kind of like intertwined a lot of this stuff.
And I also do like that sometimes they will give you two options where it's based on what you say that affects the aftermath of like later on.
And like
the
it could be like
story.
really major too. Like a certain like an entire character can just basically be gone forever. like and then like the story will still progress, but like this character's just gone from all the cutscenes now.
Oh,
They have
wow.
those. Those are like the big choices. Yeah.
That used to be a thing for Fallout.
Oh right. Yeah.
And then they took away all the dialogue. And now it's just like, oh, you gotta click. It doesn't matter what I say.
Yes,
really.
no, or maybe. But all of them are yes, actually.
Well, the game I like for story, obviously Undertale, but I don't want to talk about that. I feel like the Undertale community is something I don't want to be
garbage.
a part of anymore. Just like the Rick and Morty community.
Oh my gosh.
Story that I like. It's not the greatest story, but the story I'm most emotionally invested in, I guess.
Doom?
World of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft.
Wow.
Wow.
Warcraft. Start from Warcraft 3
Oh,
when
yeah.
I was like
Duh.
4th grade or something. Like, even younger than 4th grade.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know, I just thought you connected on a spiritual level with the Supermarine from
I
Doom.
never finished Doom actually.
Okay.
I actually got sick of it.
Okay,
Like-
too much red?
I know it was not even the blood. The blood was top up. Like the fact that
Too much
was-
Mars red.
it was on fucking Mars and everything was red for some reason. Like installation and everything was dark and red. It was like there's like lava in there too for some reason. Like after just staring at the screen that's red for too long, I was like, I'm done. Like I'm gonna throw up.
Okay. But go back to Warcraft?
Yeah, but like I don't know. I've just
Who's
played
your hero?
no from Warcraft 3 to WoW. Like, minimum I played 10 years. Not even joking. Like from
Yeah,
when I
it's true though. It's like a lot of
minimum
people's
10 years,
life.
like on and off, like with some breaks sprinkled in, like fucking 10 years. That's a lot of time I've invested into it. So like, part of me is invested into the story.
How do you think, dude? Now that a lot of their writers left,
I mean, the story's like actually garbage. like
In
oh
the
my
beginning
God.
was pretty good though.
And Warcraft 3 up, like, it just kind of made sense. But, like, after when they started making, like, Thrall into, like, Green Jesus and all these other bullshit, like...
Garrosh and there's, like, so many time travel and, like...
They were time travel. I think that was, like, at... The peak was, like, the Wrath of the Lich King. It was, like...
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did-
Everyone remembers.
Everyone
that.
remember Lich King. But after that, like, once you start throwing time travel shit into it, it was, like, it's fucking over, man.
When garbage shitty, choo choo, all aboard the train.
Yeah, but there's data mine shit. Like, everyone says in the next expansion after this one, it's gonna be, like, water shit, like Water World. Like,
What? Aren't they in space?
they're in space now, but they're going...
Wait, what?
Space is great. If you're in space, you're not going to water.
No, they haven't explored water yet, so they gotta come back.
basically-
finish exploring water.
Right now, the expansion's all about the Legion, burning
Yeah,
Legion.
yeah.
They go to the Legion's planet. Like, it's spaceships now, okay? You gotta keep up.
Oh my
There's
god.
fucking like, there's literally wooden ships like with giant blimps that's carrying them, and like
Please.
small rotating.
Which spaceships now? Like if you have you seen the cutscenes or stuff in the game? Like,
No, I
the Legion
literally.
literally has like fucking like Star Wars tier like warp jump. Like, you know those like the Star Destroyers from Star Wars, like the pizza shaped things. They're like they just warp in like
Fucking
light speed. Like they have that shit. Like, well, like yeah, it's fucking weird. And like the next expansion is just gonna be like, yep, we're coming back to our world, and it's like water. Like, we're about like water and shit. That's it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like pirates and shit now.
Dude,
Like,
if you're
pirate
a game
themes.
company, have story writers, have people that write good
They probably
story.
do have story writers, but like, who knows what the fuck they're on?
They're clearly not good ones.
So, do you like those really like clear stories, like Last of Us, I guess Warcraft or whatever, where the story's like laid out for you, or do you like,
It's not laid out for you.
or do you like those ambiguous stories where it's like stuff you just kind of like you have to kind of like look for the story. It's not like presented while you play the game. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Do you mean like there's no goal in the game, but you?
I like how it's like the initial base is laid out for you. It's like simple, but like there's more to it if you
Yeah.
go out and look for it.
Kind of like I was mostly referring to Hollow Knight. I mentioned that earlier that they just dropped a DLC, and so I started playing it again. And the story for Hollow Knight, like, is not mentioned. It's like not mentioned at all while you're playing it. You just kind of like pick up clues from the game. And actually, the game itself, the story it presents you, and the goal you're presented with, really isn't like isn't really anything noble or anything. You're just a knight, not even like a real knight. You're just like a titular knight, you know. So titular meaning that knight by title, but not given to you. Like you call yourself a knight.
Mm-hmm.
Get that SAT word.
Anyways, you just like end up in this city that has been like corrupted by like this like leakage of like corruption.
Oh, can like those games
Mhm.
where they don't directly tell you the storylines.
Yeah.
Right. They leave it up a lot for interpretation.
Yeah.
Where you have to actively go and find the story because you're actually interested.
Like the little bits of like lore you see by exploring the
Yeah.
world. That's how you build the story.
Like I really like those.
Really?
Like even like I don't know, Stardew Valley. This no story. You're a freaking farmer. But then like you always feel like there's some secrets. You want to know the story of everyone in town, right? But I also enjoy like story that are just straight path given to you, like Last of Us, like Spec Ops: The Line. Look, that made me feel like shit. Like playing that game and also
I actually just bought the game and I haven't played it yet, so I don't want to hear too much about it.
Okay.
And have you played Metal Gear?
No, but
Have
I
you
probably
seen
not-
Metal Gear?
Probably not gonna play it.
Yeah, Metal Gear. Okay, Metal Gear also makes you feel like a piece of shit.
Spec Ops: The Line was known for it though.
Yeah,
Like
but that's
They
good.
made
All
it
right,
in-
let's
I
save
didn't
it for
play it.
Daniel. But
yeah.
But I was gonna go back to like, remember when I was talking about how the Warcraft writing took a big shit, like went down. Like one thing, like what do you think about the StarCraft storyline?
Oh my god.
Did you play StarCraft? Like, it went from Wings of Liberty was pretty fucking
Yeah.
good. It was like, you're leading a revolution, like, oh my
It's
god,
cool.
you're
Yeah.
cheering a fucking hero. And like, went to Heart of the Storm, like, what's going on? Like,
What's going on? Yeah.
Legacy of War is just like, we're just going downhill.
I
from
think
here.
basically.
they tried it. They didn't have it. I don't think they thought of an ending. It was like, well,
They pulled
shit.
that ending,
How the
literally
fuck are we gonna end?
straight
We're just
out
gonna, like,
their ass.
this is already like Wings of Liberty already ended. Like that was a pretty good.
Wings of Liberty was like,
Is
you
good.
saved Kerrigan, like,
Yeah,
you're
you
the
saved-
fucking hero.
You
Like,
saved
yeah.
Kerrigan.
Everything's like good. It's kind of like I feel like it kind of reflects the original StarCraft like kind of storyline
yeah,
because
you
like
start small. You were like
yeah
hunted by the government or something like.
yeah
you
and-
slowly build a revolution.
Yeah.
and like you literally StarCraft 1 like original like you know the
You were just
episode
fucking
1
farmers.
yeah
You're just out in
Yeah,
the land. It's
I
like,
know.
what can we get? Well, we have this one rifle, and there's a swarm of like invasive species coming to
We're being
kill us.
oppressed, and these aliens are coming to kill us.
yeah
Yeah, if we run, the government will kill us, and if we stay here, the alien will kill us. Shit.
Yeah.
So like I feel like the Wings of Liberty was basically like episode 1 of like the StarCraft like the campaign. So the Terran campaign again. It was like pretty much exact same thing. And then like I don't know, I just feel like they were trying to like add on to the original campaign. They were like pulling elements out of the original like StarCraft and StarCraft Brood War like storyline and
It
just
just got really fucking.
yeah,
weird.
and then like I don't know, they couldn't end it, and they're like, you know what, let's just make some evil guy and
Like,
unite
yeah,
everybody.
yeah,
The evil
if-
guy was a total asshole. Like, where did he come from? Like, who is he?
Yeah, he's just a force that's
Let's
like
make an evil god. Like,
yeah,
Oh, is it like
a
Amon?
non.
River?
Yeah, Amon.
yeah. To whoever hasn't played StarCraft yet, I'm sorry, but like literally,
the story's shit.
yeah, it's stupid. It's
If Amon wasn't there, it would have been a good like if
I think
Kerrigan went got her power back to defeat
Minx.
Minx. Like that part, I'm okay with. And it's like now
I
she
like how
just
he got
ascends.
the
The
power.
primal
It's
Zerg is kind
retarded.
of like iffy too. It's like, what the fuck's a primal
Yeah,
Zerg?
they
Like,
literally pulled that out of their ass too.
Yeah,
Like,
that
why
did
do they
pull out,
never
yeah.
come out?
Is,
Like,
is the Primal Zerg different from like the Zelnaga or something?
the
It's
primal Zerg is like,
so how Zerg are is that they're all connected through
The Hive Mind,
hive mind, and that's what
which is
controls
Kerrigan, right?
Primal
uh,
Zerg isn't controlled by Hive.
it is not. Primal Zerg were just like,
Yeah,
feral
primal
animals.
Zergs are the ones that are not connected.
Oh, okay.
And they're the one that like naturally evolved and have different shit.
so like,
It's
the
literally-
Dark God created like the hive mind to bind a couple Zerg like that were like,
I don't know. They kind of like I just thought the Primal Zerg was just pretty much a jungle, and then it was like it felt like Vietnam, dude. Like that's Kerrigan. You send Kerrigan into like Vietnam, and just oh yeah, there's like this crazy ass different kind of Zerg. You assimilate them. Okay. Oh, now you're super strong. Okay, kill Minx now. That's it. I don't know
didn't
why.
like
It's
I also
weird.
didn't like the like, you know, the Protoss and their ponytail thing.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was pretty fucking weird. Like, yeah, that's it.
Like none of that was explained originally in like the original StarCraft. They literally just had to add it on because there's no way to progress the story. Something like that. It was weird. It was just really weird. Unless you have to read books. I mean, I feel like that's not.
I read some of the books, but like, it did not. It was like just a side thing. It wasn't like
Oh.
pertaining to the main.
The Halo books were really good.
I've read a lot of Halo books.
Yeah.
I've read a lot of like Blizzard, StarCraft, Halo books. Like,
Yeah, the Halo
a
books
retarded
are-
amount.
I mean, David and Daniel wanted me to play StarCraft, especially with because it was like free for like co-op, and I can't play StarCraft for my life. And I literally downloaded it just to prove to them that I couldn't play. But I remember when I was playing, like I was playing as Kerrigan for the co-op, you know, like missions or whatever where you fight against Amon, whatever his name is. But like I was like playing as the Zerg, and I remember specifically like building a building. You have to take one of your drones, and it turns into a building, right?
Yeah.
And so like I saw that, and I was like, I started thinking about like the philosophy
Fucking life.
of Zerg and like what every faction has to gain from this war. And so I started like going like real like taking like a I don't know introspective dive into like what the meaning of life, because I was like thinking like, why are Zerg fighting? What are they fighting for? They literally, their life is they come into being and turn into something that is effective for this very specific war you're fighting currently.
Dude, that's
That's like
easy.
every-
They're the bacteria. They're like they
consume.
breed and consume. That's
It's like,
that's
isn't that
their
like
thing.
the flood from
It's like yeah, it's
Halo?
like the
It's
flood from
pretty
Halo.
much
It's
the
like
same.
it's like
Yeah.
the orcs in World of Warcraft.
Or okay,
In the beginning, the orcs they just like consume and destroy, right? That was the Zerg.
I kind of have a similar thought, but it's more like when I'm sitting in class, like, oh my god, how do I beat TVZ? Like fucking sorry, like it's like I like to think about sort of like, oh, it's like fucking communism. I need to like contain them, or like if they break through a containment, they're just gonna spread over the map and just fucking destroy me. Like America over here.
No.
Like I need to like send out like build early Hellions to like contain it as fast as I can. Some
Yeah.
shit like that.
because like the flood example is probably like the closest one where they're just kind of like a virus and exist only for like as something negative. But like I feel like the Zerg is like if they're spending like so much investment in this war, like just to consume something, I feel like they could just go and
Actually,
consume something.
Have you seen how a Zerg like is made? They don't even have freaking like hands. They just literally have claws. That's
yeah,
what Zerg-
exactly. That's
They're
what,
made
that's what I'm
for
saying.
war.
Like, why do they exist? If like war didn't exist, Zerg wouldn't exist. That's what I'm thinking. It's like literally like your life was larva for 2 minutes. No, for like 30 seconds, drone for 30 seconds, and building for an hour.
I think
And that's your entire
I
life
think
cycle.
Zerg's
It's like
The
that.
Zergs just
No,
kill
no,
shit
I
and
mean-
you take their DNA and
Yeah.
it's just like
They're
you-
trying to assimilate.
you turn the
everything.
DNA into like something bigger until
well,
like
if you think about
you reach like peak evolution, like Ultralisk.
if you think about
Peak.
something else, right? You can think of like xenomorphs from
Aliens?
Alien.
Aliens.
Alien.
versus- Yeah,
Alien.
from Alien, right? What do? They're just a monster that like breeds and
yeah,
kills
but
things.
the
and
thing
then they
with-
go into dormant until something discovers them, so they breed
exactly.
and kills them.
But like
and
the
then they
thing
wait.
is, xenomorphs like they attack people to like eat them
Reproduce.
and like reproduce. But Zerg they can reproduce infinitely. Like
They don't-
by the queen just spitting onto a tower. So like
But they don't. They have to consume resources.
why do they have to like fight stuff like for territory control or something?
To get more resources.
Oh, okay.
just because they like to.
But like
Well,
and
I mean,
then
the
like
story makes
if they're
sense.
trying to like reproduce or whatever, why are they not like they're literally like sacrificing things that have been produced to turn into like things that are like
I think at the
basically inanimate objects, but to them they're animate because they're Zerg. Like the biggest like thing for me was like them turning into buildings. Like
Buildings
freaks me
would
out.
not exist in this storyline. Like, you would just think of like breeding places, but they had to, in gameplay wise, they have to make them.
Yeah, and I know.
In
I
a real
guess
thing, just think of like a queen ant that just like
yeah.
I mean,
shit
I
ton
guess
stuff.
like that was the point. Is like they, like gameplay wise, like there was a disconnect from like their motivation. You know, like
Isn't that
They-
kind of like I don't know. I always thought about that thing you said. Drones turn into the buildings. Yeah.
uh-huh.
Isn't that like the wisp from like Warcraft? It literally turns into a tree, and the tree can move and just hit things. Like, but why? If you need that, like you literally only need the tree for gameplay purposes.
yeah.
Like that, and that's about it. And
trees.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, yeah, it was like way too much like thinking about like life just because a freaking drone turned into a spire. That's it. Yeah. Anyways.
Well, it's the same with bees and ants and those lower life forms.
Gotta protect the
Lower
hive.
life forms.
Yeah. I know. They're just like doing it for like their queen or whatever.
Yeah, they're doing.
And
it.
I guess Zerg are doing it for their hive mind.
They're over.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like a bee doesn't think, why am I getting pollen and honey? Geez, I could be doing something else with my life. You know, it's just like, oh shit, I'm born. Better go find bee. Better go find pollen. Better go find pollen and honey, and then make honey, right? And to like make a colony. They don't put too much thought into it.
You
They're
know-
not like higher beings.
Do you know the bee movie memes and shit?
Oh
man?
no.
You know the bee movie, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like some like YouTube videos like bee movies, but every time someone says the word bee, it speeds up 2 times. Like the movie's like 9 minutes. It's like an hour-long movie. It's like, holy shit, we saw it. Like,
Yeah. Oh, do you want to talk?
Yeah, no, I literally saw something today on Reddit. It was a picture of a receipt, and it was for like a $60 meal, and they left a $100 tip, right? And then on the note on the bottom of the receipt was like, "Happy 10th anniversary of the B movie."
The guy gave
What?
$100 tip because it was
To
the
celebrate the
anniversary.
10th anniversary
Oh
of
my
the B movie.
gosh.
I don't know. It's such a stupid ass. Like, this. When you give, like, bees fucking sentient. There was one. I love the meme. It was like, there was a one guy in the whole show who's normal, and he's, like, portrayed as the bad guy, right?
oh yeah, like, the one bee is like, wait a minute, like you're divorcing me for a bee? Like,
Oh,
it's like that one doctor's like, sorry, like, like someone comes in the hospital, like I'm dying, I need a bed. It's like, is that bed empty? He's like, no, the bee's in there. You can't have it. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, one of the line was like, I'm going to help the bees sue humanity. And then he turns around, like, what the fuck? It's like, all the comments is like, honestly, that guy is the only normal person in this whole movie.
Did you guys actually see the movie?
No.
I did.
I saw all
actually
9 minutes
did.
of it. If you're wondering.
Yeah, we only saw the good parts. You did? How was the...
It was pretty funny. I don't know. It's been a while, so I don't remember much about it, but
Basically, we only saw the
Yeah.
bee part because you know the first part is like they're in the beehive and he leaves and goes to humans. Because when you're in the beehive, no one says bee, but once you're human, like everyone says bee. So like that part.
It
was,
starts spinning up
like,
like mad.
that part was most of the movie and it took 10 seconds. Like flat, like. Because when I first see it, like bee, you know, trying to
Yeah,
get
yeah, oh yeah.
Like, beep.
movie's done. It's like holy shit.
It's...
Man.
There's another one. It's like Shrek, but every time like he's walking, it speeds up.
Well, I know there's one for Star Wars. Like every time someone shoots a laser, it's
Oh, I saw that one. It's
so fast.
It's like
man.
a fucking warp.
I know.
The first scene, like it's done.
I know.
Alright, we should definitely say movies for like a whole different thing. But
Should we stop it here?
Yeah, I think
that
it's a good time to wrap
this
up.
is a good...
I can't believe we ended on B movie.
I
Jeez.
heard Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Alright,
yeah.
whatever.
Star Wars.
Anyways.
Alright, let's bring this back to Harem and then start the next one. You're going to cut this off, so...
Alright, so we do you close it or anything?
Thanks for watching episode or
Listening.
sorry Joanna. Jeez.
It's over.
Alright. Thanks for listening to whatever number this is of the Inpending podcast. Yeah, anyways.
Wait, this thing's called Impending Podcast.
You don't...
You didn't know that?
no.
What the name
did
of
you
our...
mention? Did you mention that
I don't remember
title
you saying
last
that.
Every
time?
single time.
Every
Oh.
time we start
It's
with
like, welcome
Actually,
to the
welcome
I
to
didn't-
number
podcast.
Impending podcast number
I don't know,
whatever.
I thought I just heard
the
podcast.
name of the thing.
Wow.
Wow.
Our
Alright.
Daniel,
podcast...
did you know?
I knew.
Our podcast is so unpopular. Even the people in the podcast don't know. Oh god.
Goodbye.
Alright. Bye guys.